Hey cats, it's EDDBUD here. Some hot new footwear to contemplate on today's Yay on A. Let's roll the thing. Hey cats, EDDBUD here, the shoes savant. Today I'm going to explore 4 new or soon to be released running shoes and let you know if I'm going to pick up a pair or not for review. This isn't me saying that the shoe's great or it's trash, how would I know unless I get it on foot. This is simply whether I'm going to pick them up and my reasons behind the decision. It could be that another shoe tuber out there can do them more justice, and thus I shall leave them to review the shoe in the future. Let's get to it. Shoe number 1. Here we have the Saucony Sinister. No, that's the Grid Sinister. Here's the Saucony Sinister. It appears to be an attempt to refresh the 5 to 10k entry for the brand. And that's the cool new way of grabbing shoe enthusiast cash, isn't it? A 5 or 10k shoe, you know, half marathon, that's been done, hasn't it? So we've got to come up with a new way to fleece people. I jest, despite every cat in the world having a blast using the Vaporfly Next Percent, of course. In fact, for pretty much any distance, the Next Percent seems to kick it, doesn't it? The Sinister here takes nods from the New Balance Fuel Cell Rebel V1, I think. More nods than a university chancellor at a graduation ceremony, in fact. We have what appears to be a super floppy jellyfish-like heel area and a very minimal wrap of material over the top of the foot. A stretchy tongue with more holes than a British man's vest on his holiday in Weymouth. This shoe says to me local fast racer at a 5k event with super short shorts. I'd assume by the foam here that we have those autoclaved Pegasus pellets of Power Run PB. Try saying that after 2 slices of jam toast. An outsole as simple as a Call of Duty game, and you have the Saucony Sinister. Will it trouble the Sen 8? After a very tired run yesterday at breakneck pace, I would suggest it'll have to go some. I love the Sen 8, it's just getting better and better. It's like a well-worn pair of pants. And by pants, I don't mean pants in the American sense, I mean pants in the British sense. I think this one could be some way off yet, though I've seen no real information about it, only a few pics. But it's certainly a shoe that I would like to try and review in the future, so I'll give this a yay. I shall iron my short shorts ready. Shoe 2. It's the Nike Spark FlyKnit. One interesting shoe here, guys. I think it shows off a few future design ideas that we're going to see in the Zoom Fly 5 as well. Looks like we got 2 very separate midsole sections here, one sort of on the top and a bottom layer, and an added plate. I would imagine it's a Pegasus plate to provide a bit of rigidity, stability, and torsional support. The FlyKnit upper here will no doubt excite many a shoe enthusiast. That's me. But is this really a running shoe? The exposed plate and almost Nike Presto-like heel will no doubt put off some runners from testing these out. Not sure of the foams that are used here. It's very hard to tell just by looking at a picture. You know, at least need to be able to smell them to be able to detect which ones they are. I am joking now. Does appear though at least to be some different materials to what Nike's been using on some of its daily lineup. Let's hope it's not React again. I'm not sure React would be a really good partner anyway for this shoe. It seems to have an incredibly light upper material. Hopefully it's some type of Zoom X type stuff, who knows. Maybe it could be the squashy foam that was used in the Nike Air Max pre-day. That stuff was like a marshmallow. Certainly those midsole cutouts that we see in the front section of the shoe do look very like those pictures of the Nike Zoom Fly 5. Either way, the Nike Spark FlyKnit looks set to drop later in 2022. It'll be very interesting to see if this is actually a real running shoe compared to like a lifestyle casual offering. Maybe from me, I need a bit more information about this shoe first in terms of the midsole materials that are used, so I'll give it a horse till. If you're enjoying today's video and you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button and click the bell below for notifications. It really does help the channel out a huge amount. Also give this video a thumbs up like and share it with your running buddies. Danke schön. Shoe number 3. Glad to see Nike drop a FlyEase version of the Pegasus 39 straight off the bat. This version though has a couple of slight differences. A more sock-like fit in the upper, where the tongue links with the sides of the upper and brings them together. This leaves the FlyEase tab as an even easier single fastening. No zips needed here this time, guys. We saw those on the previous versions of the Pegasus FlyEase. Now we have the Flywire lacing cables that provide the grip and lockdown with a lateral Velcro strap. Very few other changes here though. The midsole and outsole seem to be exactly as per the Pegasus 39. Although they have repositioned that Nike logo, it goes straight across the toe box. It actually looks a little bit better, if you ask me, than the standard version of the shoe. Not one I need as such. I've reviewed the Peg 39 and I enjoyed it, so it's a nay from that perspective, but it's a big yay for the quick implementation of this accessible model for runners. Well done Nike for getting it out there straight off the bat. That's going to help loads of people get out there and get some miles logged. Last up, but by no means least, is shoe 4, the HOKA Tecton X. Sounds like saying out of Star Trek, this one. A trail offering from HOKA, and by all accounts a lighter shoe than HOKA's classic Speedgo. This time we have not one but 2 plates within the midsole. I guess the only time we've seen this double plate setup is in the Adidas shoe so far. The Boston 10 had a heel plate, but also those energy rods. Same for the Sen 7. Let's not forget the Prime X though, that house several different elements. So certainly HOKA are experimenting here with the implementation of different elements within that midsole foam. We have an updated upper design, which could alleviate some of the odd bunching issues I tend to get with HOKA shoes over the last year. It's a sandwich of foams as well here, with the softer ProFly X under the foot and then a firmer base layer a little lower down. I have seen quite a few reviews of this shoe. I don't tend to watch too many shoe reviews. A lot of people have suggested that, yeah, the plates are there, but do you really need them in a trail shoe that much? By all accounts of these reviews though, this isn't really a shoe that I need in particular. I just don't require such a long distance and very expensive trail shoe, certainly with those sort of elements within the midsole. Perhaps if you're doing an ultra marathon or something, then yeah, it could be right up your alley, but for me, I just can't do it justice. Loads of other people will be able to give you a better review of this one. And at that price, it's just too big a gamble. I'm not going to shell out loads of earth credits for something that is a more niche interest shoe. So it's a nay for me on the HOKA Tecton X. I do believe it does drop soon, so if you are interested in the shoe, keep your eyes peeled. I think it's coming in the next couple of weeks. That's the 4 shoes in today's Yay or Nay. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this footwear down in the comments. Musical interlude time. I've been digging back again into the 80s hip hop, this time from LL Cool J with Going Back to Cali. What a track! It's just so good. Sounds brilliant even by today's standards. The fantastic implementation of the trumpet there. It just gives the track a whole new dimension. Just raises it above all the other stuff. I just really love LL Cool J's flow on this one as well. Really relaxed. You can hear every word. And the great thing about the album that this song comes from is that he's pictured on the front with a cat that looks a little bit like Beast. Although I have to say Beast does not have a very chunky large gold chain around its neck. Some really great scratching on this one as well, just to kind of provide some impact at the start of some of the beats. Some really like subtle percussion in the background as well behind the break beats that have been used. Again, just adds some more dimension there, some more depth. Pulls it apart from all of the other hip hop tunes around that period. Go and check this one out guys. LL Cool J with Going Back to Cali. Okay, all that's left for me to say is thanks for tuning in, it's always appreciated. If you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button and click the bell below for notifications. Give this video a thumbs up, like and share it with your running buddies. My name's EDDBUD and I'll be seeing you